The sky is still dark. Rain drips through the rusty roof of a small shanty in Tondo. A young boy's voice softly hums inside. Juan, 12, sits on the floor, barefoot, holding a battered guitar with missing strings. His fingers are rough, scarred by years of street singing. Beside him, his mother, Maria, sleeps lightly after a long night of washing clothes for neighbors. Juan whispers, "Juan, Nene, Gigising na po ako. Kailangan ko pong kumunta na ngayon." Maria opens her eyes and forces a tired smile. Maria, mag-iingat ka, anak. Kumain ka muna ng konti. Juan looks at the empty pot. Juan, softly, mamaya na po. Musical note background music begins, soft, emotional. Sun morning, streets of Manila. As jeepneys roar to life, Juan stands near a busy sidewalk. People pass him, some ignore, some glance, a few drop coins. Juan sings a sad Filipino kundiman, his voice cracking but sincere. A passerby whispers, saying ang bata, ang ganda ng boses. But hunger doesn't listen to praise. Cooked rice midday, home. Juan returns home with only a few coins. Maria counts them quietly. She turns away, wiping tears. Maria, pasensya na, anak, ito lang muna. Juan hugs her tightly. Juan, okay lang po, nene. Basta magkasama tayo. They share rice, no ulam. Pushpin Filipino audiences deeply relate to this moment of quiet sacrifice. Folded hands afternoon, church steps. Juan sits outside a small church, listening to a choir practice inside. His eyes shine. Juan, voiceover. Kapag kumakanta ako, parang nawawala ang gutom, parang may pag-asa. He closes his eyes and sings again, this time louder, braver. Cell phone the turning point, unexpected witness. A young charity volunteer stops, stunned. She records Juan secretly. Volunteer, whispering, ang boses mo, parang galing sa langit. She uploads the video. Poor Filipino street boy with angelic voice. Juan doesn't know. He just keeps singing. Globe night, viral miracle. Inside a small internet cafe, people gather around one screen. Comments explode. Nakakayak. Bigyan ng pagkakataon ang batang, 2. World class. The video reaches America's Got Talent producers. Envelope the letter, life-changing moment. Days later, a knock at the door. A printed email. Juan doesn't understand English. Maria reads slowly, then collapses into tears. Maria, crying, anak, America's Got Talent, gusto ka nalang makita. Juan freezes. Juan, ako po, pero, maharap lang tayo. Maria cups his face. Maria, hindi kahirapan ang hadlang sa pangarap. Airplane final scene, night before the journey. Juan packs his only pair of clothes. He kneels and prays. Juan, Lord, kung ito po ang para sa amin, bahala na po kayo. Maria watches silently, holding back tears. End closing shot. Juan steps outside. He looks at the stars above Manila. Juan, whispering, Nene, kakanta ako para sa buong mundo. Musical notes, music rises. Screen fades to black. Juan has never seen a place this big. He clutches his small backpack, the same one he used for street singing. Maria holds his hand tightly, afraid to let go. Maria, whispering, anak, hawag kong matakot. Kasama mo ang Dios. Juan nods, trying not to cry. Juan, para sa'yo po ito, nene. They hug, long, painful, unforgettable. Pushpin a moment every Filipino parent and child feels deeply. Globe midair, first time on a plane. Juan stares out the window, clouds below him. Juan, voiceover. Akala ko pangarap lang ang paglipad, totu pala. He softly hums the same song he sang on the streets of Manila, his comfort, his courage. United States arrival, Los Angeles. The airport is loud, fast, overwhelming. Tall buildings, foreign language, bright lights. Juan shrinks into himself. A producer approaches kindly. Producer, are you Juan from Manila? Juan nods, nervous. Juan, yes, po. Movie camera AGT backstage, reality hits. Juan sees other contestants, confident singers, flashy dancers, big voices, big dreams. Juan sits alone on a bench. He takes out a small folded photo, him and his mother. Juan, whispering, Nene, kaya ko, too. Mic pre-audition interview. A camera turns on. Producer, why did you come to America? Juan thinks carefully. Juan. Sa Manila po, kumakanta ako para may makain kami. Dito po, kakanta ako para sa pangarap. The crew falls silent. Door moments before the stage. Juan stands behind the curtain. His hands are shaking. He closes his eyes and prays. Juan. Lord, hawag niyo po akong pabayan. The host smiles. Host. Ready, Juan. Juan swallows hard. Juan. Opo. Glowing star the walk to the AGT stage. The lights hit him like the sun. The crowd murmurs, he's so young. The judges stare. Simon Cowell looks serious, almost bored. Simon. Hello. What's your name? Juan. Juan, sir. From Manila, Philippines. Simon. Why did you travel all this way? Juan takes a breath. Juan. Because singing is the only thing that keeps my mother strong. The audience reacts. Ah. Musical notes the first note. The music starts. Juan closes his eyes. He sings. Not loud, not flashy, but pure. The audience slowly quiets. Simon leans forward. Pushpin everything changes. End cliffhanger ending. Juan reaches the most emotional line of the song. His voice trembles, but doesn't break. The camera cuts to Simon's eyes softening. A judge holding back tears. Audience frozen in silence. Musical note the note hangs in the air. The theater is completely quiet. Juan stands alone under the blinding lights. His small body looks even smaller on the giant stage. The music swells softly. Juan takes a deep breath. Juan, voiceover. Nene, ito na po. Mike the song begins. Juan sings a traditional Filipino ballad, slow and painful. His voice carries hunger, sacrifice, love, hope. Every word feels real. The audience leans forward. A woman in the crowd wipes her tears. Eyes judges reactions. Howie whispers, that kid is special. Heidi presses her hand to her chest. Simon Cowell watches carefully, expression unreadable. Juan reaches the chorus. His voice cracks, not from weakness, but emotion. Juan, singing, para sa aking ina, ako'y lalaban. Pushpin Filipino viewers feel this line in their bones. Crying the moment that breaks Simon. Juan closes his eyes. He remembers. Empty plates. Rainy nights. His mother's tired smile. He sings the final note. Long, trembling, honest. Silence. Then, Simon lowers his head. He rubs his eyes. The camera zooms in. Simon Cowell is crying. The audience gasps. Glowing star standing ovation. The theater erupts. People rise to their feet. Juan is frozen, confused, scared. He doesn't understand English applause. He just bows slightly. Tears fall from his eyes. Studio microphone judges speak. Howie. Juan, that wasn't just a song. That was a life story. Heidi, you made the whole room feel your heart. Simon stands. The crowd goes silent again. Simon. Juan, I've listened to thousands of singers. But you made me feel something I don't often feel. Juan trembles. Simon, this is why this show exists. Bell the golden buzzer. Simon raises his hand, slams the golden buzzer. Yellow heart, yellow heart, yellow heart. Golden confetti rains down. The crowd explodes. Juan collapses to his knees. Juan, crying. Salamat po, salamat po. Phone cut to Manila, mother watching. Inside their tiny home, neighbors crowd around a small TV. Maria covers her mouth. She cries uncontrollably. Maria, anak ko, yan, panjanoon, salamat. Fireworks sound outside. The whole neighborhood cheers. Movie camera backstage. After the buzzer, a producer hands Juan a phone. A video call connects. Maria on screen. Juan, anak, mahal na mahal kita. Juan, nene, hindi na po tayo magugudum. They cry together. Juan wakes up in a hotel room he still doesn't believe is real. Golden confetti is stuck in his hair, on his clothes, on the floor. His phone keeps buzzing. Messages from strangers, news clips. Proud Cami Sayo. Juan stares at the screen, overwhelmed. Juan, voiceover. Gabby Lang Po. Kumakanta lang ako sa kalsada. TV back home, Manila reacts. TVs blare Juan's performance in sari-sari stores. Jeepney drivers pause to watch. Children imitate him, holding imaginary microphones. Maria is invited to a small TV interview. Host. Anyo ang pakiramdam bilang ina ni Juan. Maria, crying. Hindi po siya sumikat para sa sarili niya, para po sa pag-asa. Pushpin Filipino pride swells nationwide. Music score rehearsal room. Pressure begins. Juan rehearses his next song. But his voice shakes. A coach stops the music. Coach, Juan, you're scared. Juan nods. Juan, Pano po kung mabago ako. Lahat po sila umasa. Silence fills the room. Pensive face alone with doubt. Juan sits alone backstage that night. He reads a comment. He's good, but can he do it again? His hands tremble. He deletes the app. Juan, whispering, Nene, Pano kung di na ako magaling. Folded hands, a moment of faith. Juan kneels in a quiet corner. He clasps his hands tightly. Juan, Lord, hindi po ito tungkol sa kasakatan. Tulungan niyo po akong maging totu. A producer quietly watches, moved. Studio microphone judges advice. Simon pulls Juan aside. Simon, everyone expects you to be perfect. Don't be. Be honest. Simon, sing like you're still singing for your mother. Juan's eyes fill with tears. Juan, yes, sir. Milky Way call from home. Late at night, a video call. Maria sits in their old home. Maria, anak, kahit anong mangyari, panalo ka na sa akin. Juan breaks down. Juan, kakanta po ako ng walang takot. Ending scene, before the semifinals. Juan steps onto the empty stage during rehearsal. He sings one line, stronger, clearer. The fear hasn't vanished. The sun rises over Los Angeles. Juan stands by the window, holding his old backpack, the same one from Manila. Juan, voiceover, Daddy po, pangarap lang ito. He kisses the small rosary his mother gave him. Philippines back home, the whole nation watches. In Manila, families crowd around TVs. Barangays set up small screens. Streets go quiet. Maria lights a candle. Maria, Panjanoon, bahala na po ko. Mike final stage, everything on the line. Juan walks onto the biggest stage of his life. The crowd chants softly, Juan, Juan, Juan. The judges smile warmly. Simon nods. No pressure, just belief. Musical notes the final song. Juan announces, Juan, this song is for my mother, and for every child who dreams kahit maharap. He sings an original song, slow, honest, and full of hope. His voice is no longer afraid. It is strong, loudly crying. Audience reaction. People cry openly. A judge whispers, this is more than a performance. Juan reaches the final note, clear, fearless. Studio microphone judges final words. Howie, Juan, you gave the world a gift. Heidi, you reminded us what courage looks like. Simon stands. Simon, Juan, whether you win or not, you've already changed your life, and ours. Juan bows deeply. Trophy the result. Lights flash. Tension builds. The host speaks. Win or not, left intentionally emotional and open. Juan smiles through tears, because he understands now. Juan, voiceover. Hindi pala tropeo ang sukatan ng tagumpay. Airplane homecoming, Manila. Juan returns home. Crowds cheer. Children chant his name. Maria hugs him tightly. Maria, malayo na ang narrating mo, anak. Juan, para po ito sa ating lahat. Glowing star final message. Juan stands where he once sang on the streets. Now, children gather around him. He sings again. Not for money, not for fame, but for hope.